guys, it's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Of course, we have sealed the deal for Ferran Torres from Man City, 55 million euros plus 10 million in variables, but Xavi wants another signing. He wants a number 9 and he wants Edinson Cavani, but that deal is stalling because Barcelona want to only have one striker and they are more focused on Erling Haaland and Dusan Valahovic in the summer than Edinson Cavani right now, and the club, Xavi and the board will have to make a decision, bring in Cavani right now, or maybe another player that could be, Aubameyang, Alexis Sanchez, or wait in the summer for Haaland and Vlahovic. But with Ferran Torres coming in, that means there has to be exits. But right now we are hearing that Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal will allow Ferran Torres to be registered, and his renewal right now for Dembele is very, very close. He has told Barcelona, look, I want to stay. He's told his agent as well, I want to stay at Barcelona. And now the renewal is fast approaching because, of course, the deadline is coming up very, very soon. If he does not renew, he will be let go for free, or the club could consider selling him in the January transfer window as well. And lastly, the audit and the due diligence from the previous board of Bartomeu was supposed to be announced yesterday, but it has been postponed after the holidays. But after the holidays, they will present the numbers of Bartomeu's board, and the club will consider taking legal action against him. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 200 likes in this video. It'll be very much appreciated. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, with Barcelona sealing the deal for Ferran Torres, they do want to bring in another forward in the winter transfer window as well. It can be a winger, but the priority is going to be a number 9. An option that's being rumored right now is Kingsley Coman. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester United are attentive to Kingsley Coman's situation. There are economic differences between him and Bayern Munich. It isn't ruled out that he'll be sold for an affordable price next summer or even in the January transfer window, but his salary would be very, very high. Again, no chance this happens. I don't even know why we're being rumored. I know that Xavi is a big fan of Coman, but unless he's a free agent, I cannot see this deal happening, especially the fact that he wants big wages. That's why he's not staying at Bayern Munich. He's going to come here. He's not going to have big wages, so I doubt this deal will happen. But one deal that is possible is for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The Daily Mail have come out saying that Barcelona have been alerted by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's exile at Arsenal and would be interested in signing him on loan next month. Now, as like a backup option to all the other players that are in front of him right now, I mean, bringing in Aubameyang is better than no one. That's how I see it. But then again, he is very, very low on my target list right now. He's having some disciplinary problems at Arsenal, and in front of goal this season, he's been very, very, very poor. But on his day, we all know what an Aubameyang can do in front of goal. I'll keep an eye on this one. I would keep an eye on it just because if we don't get any of our other targets, he would be a very, very easy target to bring in on loan, simple loan, 6 months. Maybe throw in a buy option in there, cover half his wages, something like that. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He could be a very, very decent last-second option in case we don't get our other targets. But on that striker list for Barcelona, he's right there at the bottom. But the number 1 target as that number 9 in the January transfer window for Barcelona is Edinson Cavani, and right now this deal is stalling. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Edinson Cavani must convince Manchester United to let him leave in January, and if possible for free. The Uruguayan striker is willing to lower his salary to be able to play for Barcelona. But Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Barcelona's interest in Edinson Cavani is genuine, but Barcelona have not approached Manchester United yet, and it won't be easy to negotiate as Cavani will become an important player for the English club if Martial leaves. Of course, Martial is very, very close to a loan move to Sevilla in Spain, and apparently United only want to let go of one of Cavani and Martial. So if they sell Martial, loan Martial to Sevilla, they will not be willing to let go of Cavani, but if they sell Cavani to us, they won't let Martial go to loan to Sevilla. So pretty much it's a race of who can get the deal faster, pretty much. There are some reports coming out saying that Cavani is a done deal from some, unknown journalists. I've seen a couple of those on Twitter over the past 24 hours. But one of the main reasons why this deal is stalling is because Manchester United don't want to let go of Cavani, especially on a free deal. Again, Barcelona only want Cavani on a free deal. They don't want to pay a single penny for a transfer fee. They may get something that Cavani just down low just for choosing Barcelona, like a couple million, something like that. But straight to Manchester United as a transfer fee, they don't want to do that. And also, Man United are very, very reluctant to sell him. We'll wait and see what happens with this one. Again, Barcelona can be pushing over the next few weeks as he is the number 1 target as the number 9 position at Barcelona. Now, another reason why the Cavani deal is stalling for the winter transfer window is that Barcelona want to prioritize a striker in the summer. One of those names, of course, is going to be Erling Haaland. Romano came out saying that nothing will be decided in December or January. For Erling Haaland's transfer, of course, it will take some time. It is an open race right now between many clubs, including Barcelona, and he will have a €80 million release clause. next summer. So again, the club don't want to spend money on Cavani when they're going to go spend money, big money on Erling Haaland. They want to save as much as they can, and that's pretty much the main reason why this Cavani deal is stalling. And also there are reports coming out in Italy saying that Dusan Valahovic is on Barcelona's shortlist to reinforce the attack next summer, although Erling Haaland is the favorite of the board. So again, Barcelona prioritized Erling Haaland and Dusan Valahovic over Cavani, but those two deals for those two strikers are pretty much impossible in the January transfer window. That's when Barcelona bring in a striker. That's why Aguero's transfer was so perfect. We got that deal, that deal done already in the summer. And then, of course, he retired. So wait and see what Barcelona decides. They may end up, last second going for Cavani or maybe someone else like a Aubameyang. But again, their priority in the summer is to bring in a top-class number 9 to be the face of Barcelona. And right now, Erling Haaland and Dusan Vlahovic are on that list. Now, along with the striker, another position that will be a priority in the summer is to bring in a new center-back. And Sport have come out saying that Jules Koundé is Xavi's impossible dream. Koundé has all the qualities Xavi's looking for in a center-back: strength, speed, ball playing ability, and also leadership, but he does have an absolutely monstrous 80 million euro release clause that makes the arrival practically impossible. Now, of course, there are talks right now about the lit. We'll wait and see what happens with that. Now, of course, Koundé got a red card against Barcelona a few days ago. This report came out from Sport, of course, before the game. Maybe after the game, there may be a bit of differences, but we all know that Koundé would be an absolutely fantastic center back for Barcelona. But again, 80 million euro release clause. I think we can all agree as Culés, we'd much rather spend that 80 million euros on Erling Haaland than Jules Koundé. But again, there could be other options out there that, similar to Koundé, you can find that, reasonably. But Erling Haaland, he's, the cherry on the top, the cream of the crop. You can't get any better than that. But Xavi does like Jules Koundé. Maybe in the future this could happen if he runs down his contract with Sevilla. But right now, it's just a dream. But a player who is most likely not going to be joining Barcelona is Andre Onana. This is coming in from Romano, and he's very, very adamant that Barcelona is not an option for Andre Onana. He will 100% join Inter next season. Confirmed. Now, I put on as the title there, Andre Onana close to Inter Milan, because until he signs that contract, anything can happen. And I am begging, and I mean begging, Juan Laporta and Mateo Alemán to offer him a contract. If he says no, he says no. But offer him a contract and let's see how he does. Maybe he'll come back and say, oh, bring this price up a little bit, bring this variable, up a little bit, and I'll sign it right now. Because Marc-Andre ter Stegen needs competition. He plays 300 games for Barcelona, of course, but he can see 300 goals as well. He needs competition. I think Andre Onana would be that perfect competition. As of right now, he's very, very close to Inter Milan, and when January the 1st hits, he will sign that contract, of course, unless Barcelona offer him a contract and make him think about it. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. This report is coming in from Javi Miguel from AES. We all know one of the top journalists in Barcelona, and he's come out with the exit plan for Barcelona. He's come out saying that Serginho Dest, Yusuf Demir, Luke de Jong, Felipe Coutinho, and Samuel Umtiti are not in Xavi's plan, and an exit will be sought for them in this winter market. The club have money to spend on players. There's no doubt about that. We already finalized a deal for Ferran Torres, 55 million euros, whether it's up for installments. We have the money. What we do not have is the wage cap. The financial fair play rule in La Liga is very, very strict. We do not have any wage cap for new players to come in, and that's why exits are going to be very, very important. And after the match against Sevilla, I think on Tuesday, Mateo Alemán came out saying that for now we have many tasks to do. The first is to comply with the financial fair play to be able to sign players, and there have to be exits and actions to have the fair play. We are clear about what we want, although I will not say it. So Barcelona know what they want. Of course, they already got Torres. Maybe they want Cavani and someone else. They have a plan of what they want, but what they have to do is exits. Exits is so key, because if you do not have exits, like what the sporting director of Barcelona is saying, if you don't have exits, you cannot sign players. Let's talk about those exits now. Firstly, Yusuf Demir, Javi Miguel from AS came out and the club considers the termination Yusuf Demir's loan in January is the best option to avoid paying the 10 million euro buy option if the player plays 10 games for the first team. Of course, right now he's played 9 games, I believe. Barcelona want to terminate that loan. Of course, 10 million will go to the Ferran Torres deal. He is not wanted anymore at Barcelona. And again, you could pretty much blame Koeman for this, because after 2 training sessions with the Barcelona first team, he decided to promote Yusuf Demir. Very, very poor decision. And now Barcelona want to cancel the loan deal of Yusuf Demir. And also, there is a lot of rumors coming out about Serginho Dest. Samuel Marsden and Moses Malores from ESPN, they came out saying that given the struggles to offload Coutinho, Umtiti, and Neto, Barcelona are not prepared to listen to offers for players who they initially want to keep. Serginho Dest is among those players. Bayern Munich are one of the clubs that are interested in him. There are talks also about a Mazzawari Dest swap deal. We'll wait for more reports on that. But Dest can bring in some good money for Barcelona. Can he free up wage cap space? Probably not, because of course he came in during the pandemic. Bartomeu gave him a contract based on the pandemic as well. He probably earns close to, I think, 80, 100,000 a week, something like that, which doesn't mean, make that much room. It does make room nonetheless. But the most important thing for Des is that transfer fee. We'll wait and see on this as someone makes an offer. Again, it has to be a good offer. It can't be, oh, Barcelona are broke, let's offer 20 million. No, Barcelona want at least 35 to 40 million for Des. If that offer does come in, very similar to Emerson, they will not be reluctant and let him leave. If that offer does not come in, he will stay, but we'll see what happens in the winter, man. There has to be exits. Yusuf Demir is probably on the top of that list. Luke de Jong as well, because of course you want to bring in players, you got to make room. We don't have any first team shirt numbers as well. You can't come in and have no number, right? So sales are going to be very, very important in this winter transfer window. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Pablo Xavi, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Xavi will sign his contract extension with Barcelona very soon. The player wants to stay at the club. It will be a 5-year deal with the salary increasing every single year. The contract will also include a special bonus as well for, we don't know what that bonus is. Could be goals, appearances, trophies won, whatever. But his deal is very, very close. And also gave us an update on Ronaldo Araujo. And he's come out saying that Barcelona are convinced that they will steal Ronaldo Araujo's contract renewal in 2022. The negotiations are not in the final stages right now like Pablo Xavi, but Barcelona are optimistic. So again, Araujo will be more focused next year, even though next year's about 8 days away, but I'd say probably after the winter transfer window, probably beginning of February time is when Barcelona will focus on it. Right now they're just starting the talking, the groundwork's done, the numbers, all that sort of stuff, but they have other priorities, of course, the winter market, sales, Gavi's renewal, and of course Ousmane Dembele, who we will talk about next. But Araujo right now is not the priority. His deal will be very, very easy. They want to focus on the more complicated deals right now. Now the most complicated contract renewal at the club is of course on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, and we've gotten some big news and also some big hints about his renewal. Firstly, Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona have set December the 25th and the 26th as the deadline for Dembele to accept the lease contract proposal, or else they will make a decision based on the club, of course. Dembele is showing signs that he wants to stay and renew his contract, but his agents who have other offers is not responding. So of course, December 23rd right now, 2 more days. 2 days till that deadline comes for Ousmane Dembele, but there are some good signs. Firstly, Footy Mercado came out saying that Ousmane Dembele has decided to extend his contract with Barcelona. Despite his agent insisting on a move away from Barcelona, he has decided to stay, and now all that's needed is to reach an agreement with Barcelona on the conditions of his contract. So apparently Dembele has overruled his agents, not like Marie, but other players saying, don't talk to me, screw you guys, I want to stay at Barcelona. So that's one step in the right direction. Now, of course, we have sealed the deal for Ferran Torres. Now, is that a Dembele replacement or a Dembele partnership? Now, Juan Martí came out tweeting, this is his opinion, by the way. This is not news in any way, shape, or form. This is his opinion, but I want to share it because, of course, he's probably the top 3 best journalists in Barcelona, and also he has some great insight. And he tweeted, opinion tweet, this is not news. The acceleration of Barcelona to seal the deal for Ferran Torres has to mean that Dembele has already confirmed that he is going to renew his contract, and he will also give that salary margin to register Ferran Torres. No one at the club would do an operation of Ferran Torres at such a big caliber without knowing 100% that they will be able to register him. So he's saying, look, Barcelona would not complete a deal like Ferran Torres, 55 million plus variables, bringing him over here, doing all this sort of stuff without knowing 100% he can be registered. Because right now, at this very moment, as I'm uploading this video, we cannot register Ferran Torres. So it's all pointing to the fact that Dembele is going to renew his contract, of course, having his wages, giving that other half to Ferran Torres, which of course makes perfect sense. Now, after Juan Martí tweeted this, an hour later, Gerardo Ribeiro came out saying that Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal with Barcelona is expected to become official next week. So we're looking pretty good on Dembele's renewal. I think a front 3 of him, Ansu, and Ferran Torres is going to be absolutely bloody magical. And of course, we all know the quality of Ousmane Dembele. The question is, can he stay fit? And of course, we got Ricky Purnia back at the club. We have some good medical staff right now. I think he deserves one more chance. And of course, his contract renewal is going to be very, very short. Only 2 years was being reported right now. It could be 2 years plus an option for a third, most likely. But it's going to be a very, very short contract. Not like Ansu Fati and Pedri, where it's like 5-year deal, €1 billion release clause. It's not the same. Just a quick renewal just to seal him for the next few years. See how he does. If he does good, we'll keep him. Give him a bigger money, of course. But if he does not do poorly, gets injured all the time again, again, will most likely move him on. So right now, Dembele's renewal is looking very, very good. But again, the deadline is coming up on the 26th, so just 3 more days until the deadline for Dembele's renewal. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's now discuss the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, on the presentation of the audit / the due diligence. Now, there are reports coming out saying that Barcelona have postponed the presentation of the due diligence on the management of the previous board until after the holidays. The initial plan was to organize the event for yesterday afternoon. So apparently the club are going to plan to show all the numbers of Bartomeu's board and then maybe announce whether they're going to take legal action against Bartomeu or not. But they have indeed postponed that for after the holidays. So after the Christmas break, the club will announce the actual legit number by number of Bartomeu's board, what money came in, what money came out, and they will also announce whether or not they will take legal action against Bartomeu's board. So wait and see what happens when that moment comes, but right now it ain't looking too good for Bartomeu. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, coming in from Miguel from AS. He's come out saying that the Barcelona squad started their Christmas holidays yesterday. Xavi has given them a 6-day break, and the team is scheduled to return to training on the evening of December 28th. South American players will return on the 29th in the morning, so that's a Christmas break for Barcelona, just only 6 days. Now let's talk about who could be returning to that training session. Firstly is Pedri and Memphis Depay. Goal have come out saying that Pedri and Memphis Depay were at the Ciutat Esportiva today, continuing the recovery process, and right now Pedri is on course to make that date, but Memphis Depay isn't. Let's hope they can both make it by then. I think they'd be 2 big injury boosts for Barcelona. The next player, Eric Garcia, who of course was injured in the match against Sevilla. Miguel came out saying that doctors were initially scared about Eric Garcia, but tests carried out ruled out any back injury. It was just a strong blow to the back during the match, and 2 to 3 days of rest will help him significantly. He will train without problems on December 28th. So again, Eric Garcia is fine. These few days rest will be very, very important for him. He should be able to return to training with Barcelona after the Christmas break, of course. But one player apparently who's playing injured is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Sport have come out saying that Ter Stegen is playing with some knee discomfort, which is evident when he dives but tries not to bend his support leg. The German goalkeeper is not at 100% and is having problems with his right leg, which is evident in many goals that he concedes. I mean, if he's playing injured, Xavi has to step in and say, look, hit the bench, mate. Like, this is unacceptable. If he's injured and it's affecting him and it's, conceding goals for Barcelona, that's not for the greater good of Barcelona. So you're playing him for what? Just to prove a point? No. Bring in Neto, Inaki Peña, Arnau Tenes. I don't care. If he is injured, he should not be playing for Barcelona. But there could be some good positive returns coming in after the Christmas break. Firstly, of course, is Dani Alves. Miguel came out saying that Xavi will not be able to count on Dani Alves for the match against Real Mallorca on January the 2nd due to lack of time to progress his registration, but he is expected to play in the Copa del Rey round of 32 against Linares Deportivo on the 5th of January during the midweek. So Dani Alves will be back for Barcelona, our new number 8. It will be midweek though. He cannot make that game against Real Mallorca, but after that, we will have Dani Alves back. Now, also, we are waiting the turn of Ansu Fati. Sport have come out saying that Ansu Fati will join the team training session on December 28th after the Christmas break. And after that, Xavi will decide whether to play him against Real Mallorca or wait for Granada. So, of course, we have Real Mallorca. We have midweek Copa, which Ansu Fati will not play. Then weekend, we have Granada. He will have to choose. Let's hope he waits for Granada because, against Mallorca, he can be on the bench. I don't mind that, but should not be playing straight back after injury because that just scares the life out of me. We have to be very, very cautious with Ansu Fati. And lastly, our new signing. We have an injury update on our new signing. What can I say? I've gotten that news very, very early. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Ferran Torres is training on the field after suffering a small fracture in his right foot, of course, during the Nations League for Spain. He could play in January against Linares or Granada. However, first Barcelona must reduce the wage bill to register him. So again, Ferran Torres is coming to Barcelona injured, but he should be back at the same time as Ansu Fati, which shouldn't be a problem. Of course, if it was later in the month, that'd be a big concern. Why are we signing an injured player? But nonetheless, Ferran Torres may only miss the first few games against Mallorca, Linares, and Granada, but he'll be back for the game after that. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know, firstly, is about that other signing in January. Of course, Ferran Torres, signed, sealed, delivered. Who will be that other signing? I want your predictions down in the comments below. Cavani, Alexis Sanchez, Aubameyang, whoever you think. And also in the summer for Erling Haaland and Dusan Valahovic, Who do you think will come in? You think we'll get Erling Haaland? You think it'll be Vlahovic as that backup option? And lastly, on Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal, do you think he'll end up renewing, or you think his agents will convince him again to not renew his contract with Barcelona? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.